Welcome in to episode 33 of our Let's Play Ara History Untold series. We are actually, finally, about to formally enter Act 3 of the game, the final act. We are almost halfway through the tech tree in Act 3 already, but because of the difficulty settings and how we set up the game, the AI is just now catching up to us, but I am very excited to see how Endgame starts to play out. I feel that we have now officially, as of when we hit the move up button here, when we next turn, we will have moved into Endgame, and I'm very excited to see how the game progresses into that space, despite the fact that we have an astronomical lead on the AI in this particular game. I'm excited to see how Endgame plays out, what that feels like. It's been very intriguing so far. We'll talk about that a little bit here up at the beginning, getting into the Act 3 text and how that's kind of changed the game in a little bit. If you need to catch up on all the action, including to where we led up to right now in turn 291, down in the description below is a link to episode 1 in this series. We'd love to have you catch up on everything that's been going on. But for now, let's jump in, find out what happens today in our game of Ara History Untold. Here we are in our capital city, Ciudad de Mexico, sitting at level 29. That's not the population number is different from that, but the population size is based on level. And this particular city, our capital, is in fact level 29. Level 30 is the cap in Ara. I can't remember if they raised that cap or not. I don't think they did in future patches, but just something to keep in mind that we are functioning on a pretty old patch, like a long time ago patch at this point. So there are a lot of substantial changes, and that's one of the positive things that I'll just mention off the top here about this game. If you're just tuning in for the first time, or if you haven't played Ara very much, the Oxide Games has been very responsive to the community. They've been very active in updating the game, patching the game pretty frequently, to be honest, for a game like this. And they've improved a lot of different things. I still think there are more improvements that need to be made, small things, subtle things that can also enhance kind of the UI and some of the quality of life things. But you know, overall, I've had a lot of fun playing, and I'm excited to see how Endgame starts to play out. You'll notice very at the top here, Act 2 ends on this turn, so we will finally be ending Act 2. We'll lift all the fog on the map here really quick and take a look at our empire. We won't be expanding at all beyond this. We're still well ahead of our city cap. We're at 10 cities of our 8 city cap, so we're actually taking happiness penalties in all of our cities because of that, but we're doing fine in that regard. And we'll start filling in some of these spots, try to get some of these territories claimed up. Some of our newer cities aren't claiming territories as fast as some of our original 3, right, that have kind of expanded basically to their limits. I mean, these cities are about as big as we could make them. You'll notice Neza is also sitting at level 29, level 26 for Tijuana. So Tijuana has a couple more claims they can make. They're trying to claim up this island. I don't actually think they're going to get that done, unfortunately, because it ends up being so far away that it actually takes 3 claims to be able to claim some of those territories. Neza is just going to finish claiming up this water down here, and then Ciudad de Mexico only has the 1 claim left, and so I think they're going to get to snag one of these 2 on the corner, but not the last one. It's unfortunate because I'd love to be able to claim that eventually. I don't love the fact that they've capped cities, so if for some reason on another patch, you can let me know in the comments if that is true. I think there's still a cap on cities. They've given you more territory claims because ever since several patches ago, they switched it so that when your city levels up, you get a territory claim every level, as opposed to like there was like 3 or 4 different levels on your way up where you did not get a territory claim. I think it was like every like 3rd or 4th or 5th one or something like that. There were quite a few where you didn't get a territory claim, and you get them every time now. So you can make your cities just a little bit bigger in that regard. But I don't understand why there would need to be a cap necessarily. At least, even if it didn't give you more amenity slots or something like that, at least give me more claims so I can continue to claim land with my cities that are still, like, as long as you keep them in a growth pattern, I think you should be able to continue to claim land. But that's a design choice that they've made. So we'll work with that, right? So let's jump in and we'll hit this next turn button and we'll see how Act 3 formally is going to go. Here it is.
Welcome to Act 3.
Act 3.
Your strong support for religion brings your nation to Tier 1.
I love that they mention religion. Like, of all things to talk about, religion is just, it's funny that that's what they choose to discuss, because it just feels like that's not, it just hasn't been a focal point of our game for so long. 16.96 million people following our religion. We are, of course, well ahead of everyone in the game. So there's that for us. There is our 96 average happiness, which is pretty dang good in all of our cities, especially since we're over city cap. Let's hit that continue button. We'll take a look at where everything sits. Here's our standings. Again, no one got eliminated in this particular round. I think that only happens in round 2, or depending on how many players you have in the game. So it only happens between Act 1 and 2. I guess between Act 3, 2 and 3, I guess there's not as many eliminations, perhaps. I'm not sure if that's intentional or if that was just how we set the game up in that way. So let's press that continue button.
And reform again. Mexico continues to thrive under your leadership, its people thankful for your vision and support. As the new eras unfold and strange machines start to fill the earth and skies, you will decide how Mexico will react. As of now, your courage and integrity has brought Mexico to the fore and influence across the world. But will it ever be enough? Soon there will come a time in which all will be considered equal, and those with even less will be protected. May you be at the front of it.
I will do my best, narrator lady. And right on cue, we progress to the next tech level. Air conditioners, plastics. Move up has been completed, and we are on our way into Act number 3 officially. All right, first things first, we need to choose our next technology. So we are, of course, ahead in the tech tree and in the atomic age. We've kind of just been researching whatever we feel like researching. So let's go ahead and see what that will be now. We have pharmacology will get us access to the pharmacies, which are the upgrade for our chemists, which I think is probably a pretty decent idea. We also could get access to the Air Force Academy Chapel and another Triumph build if we go with jet engines. We also could get access to the airport, which does get you 5% city growth. And that could actually be helpful in some of our newer cities to throw an airport down for that 5% growth, just to get growth built up a little bit. So I'm kind of interested in that. That seems like it might be a really great idea. There's some really interesting buildings here in the leisure one as well. But I think that I'm going to go jet engines to get access to that airport. Growth seems to be kind of important for our empire right now, just to start to try to fill in some of the things that we've been working on. So that's what we'll go with for our next research. Neutral and friendly with the Mongol Empire. That looks great. A coffee house is done. That sounds wonderful. Let's make more coffee. We have the coffee beans to be able to put to this. We also have... we have tons of glass, so we could throw glass at it. I don't think we actually need more brewed coffee, to be honest. We have plenty of it, but we'll go with that. The topiary park is done. Let's check on that topiary park, because I actually don't know what that one does. So let's scroll down. There it is. Topiary park. I don't think it produces anything. Oh, it does. It does. It produces flowers. Well, that's great. Let's throw the wealth at that. Are we still crafting fertilizer? I don't think we are, so. Do we even, the real question becomes is, do we even need flowers anymore? And I'm not sure we actually do, to be honest. But heck, let's craft some. We have plenty of gold, so we'll work through that. We have an idle crafting guild, okay, this actually becomes an important decision because we have a lot of things going on here that we need builds for. So let's take a quick look. I know one of the things we've been running out of is internal combustion engines to craft those vehicle factories that we've been trying to get out. The machine parts also have been something that it is used to construct a lot of things. We've got industrial tools coming out at a pretty decent clip. We actually have extra industrial tools, so I definitely don't feel the need to put anything more into industrial tools. So we should probably start to switch off of some of these things. We also have access to plastic containers, which We need some, I think, but I'm not as concerned with the plastic containers because they actually have the same supply rating as barrels, I think, for the most part. And so I'm not like set on that we have to have that necessarily. So I think I want to get someone else on the internal combustion engines. So let's do that really quick. And I don't think I want to throw the steel at it quite yet because we are trying to use our steel in other ways. So I think I'm just going to burn some gold. Fuel we can always do. And then I don't think we have, oh, we have a ton of aluminum coming in. Oh, that's right. Because when I redid my crafters, I actually switched over some of our mines from getting materials or from getting iron or other things over to getting aluminum. Actually, I think it was rare earths or whatever, rare metals, and I switched it to aluminum because it looked like we needed aluminum more than we needed that particular resource. And so we actually are getting quite a bit of aluminum now. So we can actually use that as an accelerant, which actually I think will be pretty helpful. Let's just infinite craft these for now. And I think we actually need to take a look at some of our other buildings. So lampposts, I think we're fine on. Metal pots we're still using to some degree. We're crafting way too many metal pots, technically speaking. But I think we only have just this one place on them. Technically, we could probably stop crafting those, to be honest. For our indoor stoves, 1.7 is more than enough. I wonder if we could take somebody off of indoor stoves. These guys are just crafting 4 more. I think we could just take them off now, but we'll let them finish off, and then we'll switch them up. Metal tools is something we definitely still need. One person will leave on metal on those, and then eyeglasses I think we still need at some level. So I think I feel pretty good about where that sits. We'll be able to access in 4 turns that other crafting guild and kind of rearrange that. And so if we need more like mechanized parts or something like that, which I think is probably true, then we will be able to do that at that point. Okay. New pop milestone in New Coahuila, so that feels pretty good. Like the continued growth. And we're just going to continue claiming up in this direction. So either of these works, right? So we'll just claim away. We need to give them a new amenity. They already have the antibiotics to bring up that city health. If they could use a little more city health. Let's see. Currency is something I want to try to get in more of my places. And so that probably is where we're going to end up going. We'll just check real quick. They also don't have stoves, though. You know what? I might do the stove first, just to make sure their city health is full. That city health being at 100 gets us to 100% city growth, which is a pretty big deal. So I think I really like the idea of that. We also have an expert to place, so we'll come over here and take a look at experts. We don't have anyone in the town center. So that could be a spot. Let's make sure all our crafting guilds and other places have them. Okay, we have forges that don't have experts, so that actually will be where I want to stick those guys. So let's get the forges up and running. Okay. Idle City. Ciudad Juarez is ready to build. Oh, they are missing an amenity here. Let's fix that problem. Do they need anything? City health, maybe some security. So no, nothing specific. So currency is an option for them. They have their eyeglasses already. I think they have all their growth stuff. I don't want to give them antibiotics. It just seems like that's too much. They don't need that much city health. And they have the stove already, which is probably why their city health is decent. Oh, refrigerators also is refrigerators we're going to start to use as well at some point. There are a lot of really great amenities late game is what I found. Even like indoor toilets, plus 10 city health. That's not bad either. There's a lot of interesting things you can kind of play around with when you get to this point in the game. But currency, that 20% city production seems really hard to pass up. So we'll go ahead and get that in. We don't craft currency quite enough to be able to put it in every city, but we'll try to get it in as many as we can. The clinic gets us research per turn, so we'll go with that. And we have an extra one. Oh, the vehicle factory probably gets us good stuff too. 10 city build. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we need to start stacking experts in our vehicle factories that we've been putting in, because that's going to up our production by just monstrous amounts. Honestly, I don't really feel like we need a ton more production, but that's where we sit right now, so we'll run with it. And then Ciudad Juarez also needs to build something. They have, they have a lot of places left where they could build things. Before I start building anything, because I know we have enough to put the incinerator in, and I've been kind of waiting to do that, Let's grab the spot we want for the incinerator, which was right here. And let's put that incinerator. There it is. Okay, so they're going to build that in. They have a claim that they're just holding. Oh, and they're missing code of laws has run out here. And so that would make us interested in, they're 100. Oh, wait, they're 3 off on city knowledge. I think that'll be fine. We can adjust that through an expert later on that we need. Oh, we could slot encyclopedias plus 25 city knowledge, plus 1 research per turn for each science improvement in the city. Encyclopedias are pretty, oh, that's a really nice amenity. Let's put that in since that's the only thing they needed, right? So we might as well put it in and then they'll hold their growth. All right, now we can go up here. And I think that will eliminate some of the options, yeah, because those were using the mechanized parts. And so now we're going to have a limited ability to do anything in this city. So they need security or health. And so anything that gets a security or health would be a pretty decent idea. A barracks would do that for us. I wonder what the expert slot is like on the police station. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try out a police station. Let's come up here. And we'll throw a police station in here-ish. That'll be our first one of those, so we might as well test out all the buildings as we're going through. Neza, also ready to build. Now, Neza we might be in trouble with because... No, Neza has a lot of stuff to build at the bottom. Right. We're filling in down here with Neza. Okay, so they don't have a research lab yet, so we could put that in. Let's go ahead and do the research lab. That requires steel, so that explains why we don't have them in everywhere. So let's get that done for them. I feel like we should just give them a couple things to do, though, to be honest. Oh, their city stats are pretty poor, actually, in this city. Interesting. Oh, they don't. Do they have a? Wait, do they have their vehicle factory yet? Oh, I can't remember where we've put vehicle factories. We just come down here to vehicle factories, so we can see that Tijuana. Tijuana has 2. Right, we messed up on that. And then Neza does have one. Yeah, okay, so Neza has one. Ciudad Juarez has one. So we don't need one in Neza. So we'll let them, we'll pick for them again in a little bit here. I'd like to spread those vehicle factories out because the bonuses that they have increase city production. And so I want to try to spread them out into the different cities just to ensure that we're getting maximum production out of those cities. All right, we're off and running. There's a claim, neutral friendly with Mongols. We're like bouncing back and forth with them, I guess. Research lab completed. Refinery completed. I think that means we need to produce. Look at that shot of the Eiffel Tower, right at the top of it. Looks a little burnt. Doesn't have the coloration you might be expecting. We use some more wealth and some timber, and we want more wealth. We're producing fuel at a really astronomical pace, so I think I'll just leave it at that. Probably fine. Okay. Refinery done. Police station I want to take a look at. So experts give us just more city security. So we get city security up way high. Okay, so not a critical building, but definitely something that we could take a look at. Oh, you know what else I wanted to look at now that we are formally in the next era? Ah, this is what I was waiting for. Look, now that we're in Act 3, we have moved into modern buildings. Look at the architecture change now. Oh, and look at the roads that now have cars on them as opposed to the cobblestone streets, right? So we had dirt roads in Act 1. We had cobblestone in Act 2. We now have some pavement starting to come in, and we have cars on our roads. The cars aren't moving, but like it still gives you a little bit of the some of the ambiance that you might be looking for. There's even an intersection here, street lights. At this intersection, we've got people that are kind of now using the sidewalks a little more than the road. Not entirely, but this is intersection, right? So they are in fact walking on the sidewalks instead of the road. Little things like this are actually pretty dang impressive. Like, look at this. Like, yeah, they're hanging out in this intersection, but they're walking on the sidewalks instead of the road, which is not something they've been doing before. So that's a complete shift, a complete change from where we were. And look at the architecture now that we're in Act 3. The walls have even changed to very modern looking walls. Oh, fascinating. Almost looks like unfortunately kind of looks like our city center is like a prison. But I like the overall look and feel of this change. You could even see farm buildings have started to modernize just a little bit. So everything is looking a little bit different. I love this. This is excellent. We still have some windmills about, but you can start to see a little bit more industrialization happening, smokestacks and things of that nature coming in. If we come down to some of our other, this is a wonder, right? So that doesn't really count. But let's go to, yeah, like down here. Oops. Down here, if we jump to our butcher shops, see how they've modernized the butcher shops? Oh man, yeah, that looks really good. I've been waiting for this change because I really wanted to see. Oh, look at this. This is an industrial farm, I believe. So they've got the farm is up there and running. I think that's the industrialized farm. So you can see the changes that have been made. Even the granary, right, has been upgraded to new technology. See how the road ends and there's like cars parked? Oh man, again, spot on with this stuff from Oxide. Really, really enjoying the little details of this game. Feels really good. All right, police station's in, another vehicle factory's in, and honestly, I feel like we're getting tractors at a pretty good pace. I still want to just go tractors until we have as many of them as we need. Event? We haven't had events in forever. Well, look. If it's Italy, I'm not surprised. You know, they've been trying to sabotage us since the beginning of the game. I like the little history things right here that they plop down for this. Again, really well done in my opinion. All right, -5 security in all cities for 5 turns, but +5 knowledge and 20 relationship with Italy. Done. We'll take the knowledge. Thank you. I don't need the security necessarily. Snapshot.
Armies have spent weeks.
Cool. Again, like based off of history, and we get knowledge or security. Oh wait, 10 security in your capital for 10 turns, or 10 knowledge in all cities for 10 turns. Ooh man, but it's like really interesting because you're basically like, if you're saying it's a malfunction, you're like, nah, there's nothing wrong. Like there's no armies coming to get us. Well, there could be. Interesting. I want to take the knowledge just because that's what I'd prefer. And honestly, like none of this probably matters. Actually, you know what? I don't think we need knowledge in our cities because we just took a knowledge boost. I bet you the security in our capital is actually better for us because I think our capital actually needs security. We could check that, but I think I'm going to go with that. Sounds like a bad idea, but we'll just do it. All right, we busted up a bunch of the fog over here. So these guys are returning back, but that was what that event was based around, which is kind of cool. Kind of nice. Okay, Catapec is ready to grow. Oh man, they have like a million things they could improve. I honestly feel like I should just like improve some stuff, which feels odd because I don't really need wheat. Like we don't need grain, right? Why would we improve that? Oh, we do need copper actually. That actually is a thing that we were behind on. Put an industrial mine in or just a regular mine? Oh, it just requires fuel. Sure, put that in. That'll keep you busy for a little while I decide what to do in your city. Okay, does Puebla could use a vehicle factory, I feel like. I wouldn't be opposed to a vehicle factory here because they're a bit of an older city, technically speaking. Get a vehicle factory in. Boom. I think we only have one more vehicle factory we can place, so we probably want to be aware of where we're putting that. These guys don't have a university yet, or a school. Oh, so let's go university and school right there. Why not? Why not? Idle city. Ciudad Juarez is idle. They already have their vehicle factory as far as, yeah, there it is, as far as I recall. And they've got spaces to build things. These skyscrapers are interesting because it gets you +5 city housing, which I believe is just one up, I think, from the dwellings. But it gets you 3% city production and 2 bonus city housing if built in the city center, right? So all of that has the same bonuses. So I think it's a production increase from the dwelling. I guess we could check that because that's an interesting thing to note. It's not. So it's just, oh, but it is a +2. No, it was 4 city housing, right? So it's literally just 1 extra housing. No, 2. It is 2. Okay, so 2 extra housing, but the production bonus and the bonus for being in the center is the same. So skyscrapers are actually not going to be important for us, although it might be fun to build some just because I think it'll make the cities look cooler. Okay, what do we got as far as stuff down here? We need some security and some health. Technically, the water well would get us that. we should just put it here. Just boost these a little more. Here, put a water well in. And then throw a farm right here. That's not important. That's not important right now. Neza is idle as well. They don't need a vehicle factory. We know that already. Their city stats are questionable at best. So anything that boosts our city stats would be a good idea for them. We'll add a police station here as well. Little sound effects again, like really, really good. I like it. All right, and next turn. There is jet engines. We are researching things very quickly now. I'm going to come down to leisure as our next one, just because I think some of those buildings might be kind of cool to probably slot it in some of our cities. We just crafted 400 things on a single turn. Mongol Empire neutral friendly. I feel like that's just a bug at this point. There's that police station. We don't need to look at those ones. Water well, we don't need to look at. Clinic, I don't think. Yeah, clinics we don't need to look at either. Incinerator, we do need to look at. That is a brand new one. Outputting +1 power per turn. Let's take a look if we can do anything with incinerators. Oh, we have an idle vehicle factory. Once again, we're just going to craft tractors. One incinerator, which is the only one you get, and it just produces power. Okay, so just produces 1 power per turn. So we now have access to 1 power per turn. So we need to start putting power plants in, probably, would be my assumption. Okay, we took care of that already. Oh, hey. This guy's here. He's pretty damaged. Let's move here, and then we'll heal him up after that. This guy also found his way all the way up into this corner. So we've kind of busted as much fog in this direction as we can. So we'd probably just send him back as well. Oh, the Aztecs are retaking their city currently. There's a lot of stuff going on. Getting dicey. All right, we'll send these guys back to their city. All right, new event.
Our council.
Okay, so there was results from that decision that we made to trust the photography, and so we actually are also getting +10 health in our capital for 10 turns, so not bad. I wonder what would have happened if we would have chosen the other one. I really like those kind of things where when you make a decision, the storyline actually results in positives or negatives based on the choice that you decide to make. I mean, you make a choice based on what your city or empire needs, and then there are responses to that. I think Humankind did that really, really well with their events. Starting to see that a little bit now in Ara also feels good. I think more of that would be great. I think Civilization 7 is in desperate need of that kind of thing. There are a lot of events in Civ 7 now as well, kind of not brand new, but a newish idea to Civ. And there is no repercussions for your decisions. You just pick the stat that you want the most. And I feel like it just doesn't take advantage of that game mechanic enough. I think if you are going to present the player with a choice based off of an event or something happening, I think that it should be more than just I pick it based off of like, oh, this one gets me science, this one gets me culture. I need the science, not the culture, so I pick that. I'd love to see, based on the actual text, based on the choice you make, well, what would the natural consequence of that choice be, right? So maybe you take the science, but that impacts something later on, right? So I think that it's nice to see that in Ara. Humankind did it really well. I'd love to see more of that in Civ 7 as well. Craft queue is empty and an artisan studio, of all things. Interesting. We're crafting 1 musical instrument per turn. We're crafting 0.7 decorative paintings per turn. We have jewelry coming out now. And what the heck? I'm not going to put any boosts into it, but I'll just have it craft stuff. Those artisan studios, I think, are useful, but only to a point. Putting all of them in is probably not necessary in a game. 1 or 2 of them probably just to get those wonders built, because you need to there's a couple things you need to craft out of those artisan studios to get that, but no. A research agreement? Absolutely, sir. You know we haven't been trading with anyone this entire time? Oh, we can't do it with him. All right, next turn we should try that. I probably should have done it a while ago. That's fine. Let's see. Nuko-Ahula can build a radio tower. Oh, this is 1 per city now. Okay, so lighthouse was 1 per nation. I don't understand that. The radio tower is once per city. Interesting. And this does get us plus city knowledge. So if we need knowledge in any city, we can kind of go in that direction. Nuko-Ahula is sitting at 100 on everything, and they are good on all of the things. Therefore, well, we could put this in. That's actually not a bad idea. Let's get that in. That sounds like a great idea. We'll just throw an industrial mine on that, and we'll come back later and make a decision on them. I like how I just defer decisions on turns. It's like, looks good to me. These guys need some city security, so barracks might be good. Or again, if they didn't put a police in, I think they did already though, right? They just finished that. Love to see that in this game. What this city just built. Civ 7 just implemented that in a recent update. Love to have that as part of the game. Oh, you know what? We'll just put it in here, in Torino. We'll go with the barracks. There we go. That'll get our city stats all the way up in Ciudad Juarez. We'll go 100 across the board. We're approaching very swiftly another golden age, and so we want to start kind of prepping for maybe some wonder builds. Oh, in fact, we probably have the ability to build several wonders at this point. We'll wait. We'll wait until the golden age just to maximize those, but we have a couple really powerful ones we need to build. It's funny that actually we haven't done that. Oh, that's the full build. There it is. Tijuana, completely full. Nothing else we can build here until they expand again, which is going to be a little bit. Man, they have full housing already as well. They've got everything they need. They grow on the next turn, but I still think we can't do anything with it. So basically, all we have to do is check for some improvements. Here's a mine. We will upgrade mines. Costs fuel. Upgrade it. Neza, we know, can actually build things. They have spots open. So let's pick a spot over here. They need all kinds of city stats. Actually, their city stats are not changing. What's going on here? We not just put in multiple things that would impact their city security, and nothing has changed with their city security. I wonder if this is bugged. We could put our first airport down here. Oh, that gets us wealth. Yeah. Let's go airport. We're going to put in our first airport, and we're going to see if that changes the wealth here, because that should be plus 25 wealth in this city. I'm a little confused as to why those numbers aren't changing. Find out soon. University complete. Oh, they actually do craft books there, eh? Oh, we get encyclopedias going here. More encyclopedias, please. We have paper. We do have some paper. We have dyes. We do have some dyes. And we could use wealth for that. Boom, there we go. That rocket and rolling. Got a new airport. Airport doesn't produce anything. Experts there give you plus 15 more prosperity. And Neza is in fact bugged. Our prosperity number did not change despite the fact that we just put that airport down. There's the airport. That is a tiny runway. Well. Barracks complete. The barracks doesn't do anything except for up that city security. I wonder if all of our cities are having problems with that. All right, this guy's just going to heal for a little bit before he goes and hunts that tiger. Nuku'alofa has grown. Switch over to this. And they're growing. That's a fast growth because we just picked a growth for them. And we'll come over here. They need city wealth, but again, I don't think that's critically important. We could put currency in here. Oh, these guys don't have shoes. You know what? I'm gonna put shoes in to get them to 100. So that city. So amenities are changing things. Is it just Neza where the buildings are broken? I'm not sure. All right, we have another expert. Spread our religion anymore. We'll go forge. Probably putting into the steel forges, but that's okay. We'll keep them rolling. Population milestone in Tijuana. They now have 2. They have another expert. For the expert, we know exactly where we're going because we could just scroll down to all the way down. Probably it's one of our last things we put in. The vehicle factory. We have multiple vehicle factories, so we could really start cranking on these. So let's go vehicle factory. We have a 3rd. We'll just go vehicle factory again. Probably rearrange some of the experts here as well. They have numbers that need to be improved. So let's do a quick check on anything that would help their overall numbers. Oh, newspapers are amazing. +1 bonus research per turn for each science improvement, but then you get security, prosperity, and knowledge. We should start cranking out some newspapers. All right, let's go indoor stoves here. That will get some of their stuff up. And they have an expansion, but we'd have to expand this way, which we certainly could. Or we have to hold to grab the next one of these. I feel like that's almost a waste at this point. It's almost a waste to spend 3 on getting this. when we could spend 2 to get these. But the problem is that a Catapec can claim all this for 1. So it makes no sense to do. So I guess we'll just hold for the 3 and try to claim this island up. We're going to fall short by 1, but such is life, I suppose. We don't have an Air Force base yet. Maybe we could put an maybe like an aircraft factory in just for funsies. We would just like stack all 3 of these together. It actually decreases your happiness and health, but I feel like we're fine in this city. Let's put an aircraft factory in, and then let's go ahead and put an Air Force base right next to it. I just want to see what those buildings do. How many other buildings that we've not built yet? We don't have an armory. We'll put an armory in because I want to see what that does. Tijuana, we already know, has nothing, I think, to do at this point, right? They don't have any improvements. I'll do 1 quick check on that. For like 5 turns. We probably should do more. I don't know what we're going to do there. I don't know what's our next thing, you know? I have no idea. Neza has spots to build, though, so that we can impact. And again, their numbers appear to be bugged. The problem is the city's not good for anything anymore because its numbers are busted. I mean, honestly, I think we just take like one of these and just start filling it with buildings. We just go like cemetery, coffee house, because those are all one per city buildings. And then we'll throw, should we throw a monastery in here? Monasteries do give us masterpiece creation speed. Oh, in the region though, but I don't know. What the heck? You know what? And then put a radio tower in as well. That requires 50 steel? Okay, don't put a radio tower in. Don't do that. We got a masterpiece. Speaking of masterpieces, the Adoration of the Magi, and let's go ahead and take a look at those. I don't even know if we needed that for any of our sets. We should probably readjust our people on things. We do. We have a spot for it. Beautiful. Excellent. We need music. We need to put some people on making music and books. We'll have to see if any of that can be done for our empire. Next turn, we continue to move along. There is our leisure. We now have access to well, now we have a bunch more stuff we could put in. Oh boy. Okay. All right. I think pharmacology might be next because we do have some chemists we could get upgraded. I don't think we're making steel at the pace we need to be able to build those, but we'll see if they require steel. Research agreement ended. Industrial mine complete. We want the metal ingots. I think we do. Yeah, I think so. Oh, we need to adjust our, oops. We don't have our policies in for industrial mines. What do they take? Metal tools, lithic tools, gears. There we go. They probably carried over their old stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but. So those guys are off and running with their industrial mine. This university can begin crafting more encyclopedias. We do have the paper to do it. We do have the dyes to do it. And we can throw the wealth in. So more encyclopedias, so that's good. I wonder if we should... We probably could get more encyclopedias than what we have, because I think some of our universities are working on books, which we probably don't need anymore. Cemetery, hopefully upgrading some of our stats there. Spearman is healing. Wonderful. We still have a spearman. Turn 296. We still have a spearman. All right. Puebla has grown. Love to see it. Let's see. They need city health. So I think probably an indoor stove would be one of the best things for them. So let's do that. And they have a growth, and there's a lot of places we. Let's just start to fill in. They need this one. They also need these. Man, they have a lot of claims to make. They have a bunch of claims to make. Let's come across this way, I think, maybe. Claim up some of that. Their land looks super funny because we've been doing weird stuff with it. And for improvements, where... Oh, you know what? I believe we just put in... No, their vehicle factory is under construction. Unfortunate. What? They need city health. Do we have anything that will up our city health? Oh. The Eiffel Tower gets us prestige per turn. Yes, please. That's for sure. We'll take that. Thank you. I have so much going on that I just don't even like get to check some of these things anymore, you know? Leon gets to claim a spot. They have a lot to claim as well. This one probably makes the most sense. Then we could fill in these 3. Yeah. Let's grab this. They also need an amenity. They need prestige. Sorry, they need prosperity and security. Oh, they don't have fine clothes. That will help at least the prosperity. And they have an expert that we could put into like a crafting guild. And another crafting guild. Down for that. Perfect. City Idol in New Kohula there. Yeah, these guys are just our production is so high now. We're just outputting stuff so quickly. Plus 15 prosperity. So here's the hotel. We don't have any hotels, right? They're not an upgrade either. Interestingly enough, they're not an upgrade of the pub. So the inn goes to the pub, but the pub does not go to the hotel, which would you'd think be connected to the inn. But I guess there's a separation between those. Plus 15% prosperity, plus 15 bonus wealth per turn for each commerce, culture, and plus 5% city growth. Oh, so this gets us city growth. Well, that's nice. Just throw it in here. Cool. I'll take growth anywhere. New Kohula especially has lots of claims to make.
A golden age.
We entered a golden age, and we just got an achievement for having our capital reach the highest population cap. Well, there you go. Zones have been claimed. Neutral to friendly with Mongol again. I don't know what's going on with that relationship. Aircraft factory is in. We can make fuselage. I mean, we might as well, right? Hey, we have aluminum to be able to do that. We're not going to use the steel. I guess we could use the wealth. What the heck? Are we going to use this? I have no idea. Let's infinite craft some fuselage, and then let's go up to our aircraft one up here. Let's see. Aircraft factory. Here we go. Let's set our policies. Industrial tools, metal tools, machine parts when we can, and we want power and fuel. There we go. That feels good. Aircraft factory is in. Got a new coffee house. We just set that to go through things. A mine and another vehicle factory where, again, I'm going to just craft tractors for a little bit here. We'll use the steel and the fuel. We'll get automobiles out at some point, but honestly, we don't even have places to put those automobiles, I don't think. We just don't need anything like that. I feel like this should probably have triggered like in the Act 1, very early in the game. 5 jewelry would be yes, I will help you. I think he's already expanded beyond his capital, but what do I know? You know? There it is. We have 1 more growth. That's it. There will be no more growth in the capital. We have reached the highest tier, so we cannot grow anymore. We will not have any more claims. We will not get anything else. This is the final resting point of this city. Technically speaking, at this point, you could do things like pull out all of your growth amenities, like your grain stores and different things. So long as you keep your food high enough that you're not shrinking in population, we could do stuff like that. And honestly, we might need to because we are dropping in numbers here. So we have 1 claim to make, and we basically just have to claim the best possible thing for this city, right? We basically just pick a right down here. This is the best one, right? Because we can't claim up any of that. And this one, that one has a resource on it. Oh, there's fish there, but yeah, that's a 2. So here we go. Right down here is our best claim. Go ahead and grab that. And then we have our last experts to assign. That wouldn't be bad, actually. That would up our numbers by a substantial amount. Just double up on this. Like even this mine. We don't need... The other thing is we don't need the production here either, right? We'd have nothing to build. Happiness doesn't matter. 3 research per turn? Sure, why not? Let's take the research. How many experts did we get on that last one? Oh my goodness. Could just put one into the castle, I guess. Up that a little bit. I don't know. Okay, so we should switch out some of this stuff, right? We don't need the food from this granary. So what we do need is city health. We'll put a stove in instead. This is food prosperity. I bet you we could put a better thing in than cured meats, though. That feels bad that we have cured meats in still, right? Oh, we can put antibiotics in. Let's do that. Oh, why did that not affect? Oh, the health didn't go up when we put that in. Oh man, I don't know what's going on with. We got like these guys are fighting off of our coast. All right, we're in a golden age, so we need to start crafting the wonders if we can. We got that 25% prestige bonus. Italy would like to consider an alliance. Are you at war with anyone? You're not. You know what? Is it time? Is it time that we re-ally ourselves with Italy? I swear if he puts a city in my borders, I accept. Should we trade with him as well? Do we have open borders? Can I now enact a trade? Oh, not on this turn probably, but on the next turn. We'll check on the next turn. I was supposed to do that last time anyway. Catapec's ready to build. Oh, they actually need housing. We actually need housing. Hey, you guys want the first ever skyscrapers? Now that requires steel, right? I need the steel. What's the next one? The residences. Let's put residences in. You know what? Just put 2. Let's go with 2 right away. That'll keep them busy for a little while. Puebla's ready to build. Hey, a reflecting pool once per nation plus 15 city security. Hey, they actually need that. Puebla needs city security. You guys want to build a reflecting tower? Well, that sounds excellent. On these camels in the middle of the desert, we're going to put a reflecting pool. There we go. All right. Let's do at least one more. Our treatment plant. Pharmacy's now available to us. Let's go mechanized power, and we might skip some of these actually and just move up. Region claimed. Neutral to trusted with the Aztecs. Unable to send diplomacy messages to Italy. What happened? I don't know what that means. Unable to send a diplomacy message to Italy? Why? Don't know. Research lab is in. Hotel is complete. Here we go. Oh, we can make more gourmet meals. That's just what we've always wanted. We 100% need more gourmet meals. That is exactly what our empire has always wanted. So much spice. 130 spice per turn. Oh my goodness. Let's see if there's any... Was there anything to put in with that? We have an idle artisan studio again? Oh no. Oh no. Can you infinite craft pianos for me? I guess. All right, what are we looking at over here? Oh, we have an idle crafting guild now. Oh, okay, that's good. We were waiting for this idle crafting guild. I think we need more machine parts, to be honest. I think that's a big deal. I think we should get more machine parts. Use the steel? We should definitely use the steel on that. The wealth is way too spendy. We have the ability to do the aluminum and definitely use the heavy metals here. There we go. So machine parts will get out a little faster now. We don't really need that. This boat is flying around. Is there an auto explore button in this game? I don't think there is. I feel like, oh, look at this little island. That's kind of fun. Look at that little guy. How interesting. Okay, let's go bust this fog over here. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing with these boats anymore, you know? Population milestone in Guadalajara, but it was not a growth one. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I honestly feel like we should just be putting into like crafting guilds at this point. Like just put experts into the things that are getting us the stuff that we want. I'm not even sure refineries are useful. Research per turn feels good though. Although this is much better. We're into the research lab. They need health and happiness. They need happiness? That is unheard of here. Have some antibiotics. No project. Ineza. That is problematic. Oh wait, we do need to get our triumphs online. I don't want to triumph in this city though. Not this city. Water treatment plant. Plus 25 city health. These guys could use that, but it's not actually useful for them. But we'll do it anyway. Here. I want to put it in Leon. Because I feel like it goes well with the mines. And we got spots to put. There's 5 food in this? How's there 5 food in this region? Wow. That's a baseline 5 food region? That's intense. Okay, so I guess we'll use this 4 food one. Can pour right down there. I think that's the one we wanted. There we go. Put the Volklingen Ironworks in. It's a crazy good wonder. It's got +5 production in all, +5% production in all cities, +5 city production for the city it's in. That's pretty intense. Another masterpiece. I don't know if we can slot it anywhere, but we'll try. The cat statuette. Oops. Oh, we do need to do that. I don't think we have a spot for this one. Oh, bummer. Well, we've got extra ones now. Okay, let's go check out our relationship with Caesar. We need open borders. We still don't have open borders. We'll send an open borders proposal for the first time in so many years to our good friend who we destroyed after he was our good friend. Oh boy. All right, let's do one more turn. Construction has begun. We got an Air Force base that is now in. Experts here do... Oh, 25 strength to Air Force. Okay, so we get a little... Gotcha. Makes sense. Oh, you know what? I don't think we actually put a project in New Kohula. We just didn't project at all here. We just decided not to, I guess. Public playground. What does this do? Happiness. No, they don't need happiness. Can't create paintings masterpieces. At the public playground? How fascinating. Maybe we should put power plants in somewhere. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, we could put extra pharmacies down. So we'll go from 6 to 8 on the, from chemist to pharmacy, we get a little upgrade. Look at how many things we have to build. Oh, they don't have a clinic yet. Oh. Get a clinic. Do that. Our Air Force base is in. Water treatment plant is in. Experts here. Get you a city health. Look at that. Perfect. They have a supplies there. Water. Water starts with a W. They do not have supplies. They do not construct anything. And a new school. Can't believe we didn't have schools in some of our places. Like we're just catching up in some of our cities now, which is kind of funny. Okay, you guys can... Fortify. Population milestone in Lyon. Let's grab some stuff for them. They need security, technically speaking. Or growth, if we have any other growth stuff for them. I wouldn't mind giving them currency, actually. You know what? Let's just go currency. Let's get their production sky high. And they can just start claiming up all of these territories. In the middle? And where's their expert? Great question. Let's go... Foundry. Any other foundry-related buildings? Oh, maybe the vehicle? Yeah. That. Probably want to put the experts in the new ironworks that we're putting in. Italy has declined my open borders proposal. You know what? I can't even fault them for that. Neza! Well, they haven't upgraded all their mines. Does Neza actually have... Neza has spots to build stuff, though, right? Like down here. Neza, what do you want to build? After you upgrade that mine, what would help you? I don't know what would help you. That's the problem. Because all your numbers are bugged. You could put it in an opera house. Let's do that. All right. Can we upgrade anything here? We can't build... Oh, wait. We can actually... Wait, hold on. Hold. We can... Oh, we have the spots to build stuff. I forgot. Let's put the fishing net in here and the fishing net in here. And we actually can build some stuff in our capital because we claimed that land and we never did anything with it. I totally forgot about that. You know what? It's turn 299. Let's play turn 300.
You have erected the Volkingen Ironworks.
Volkingen. Okay, I will not pronounce that correctly, but... All right, do we need this? Helicopters? I don't feel like we need... Oh, wait, you know what? It's worth prestige. Correction? We do need it. We do. Fishing net completed. Armory completed. Oh, we haven't built an armory yet. We have not built an armory yet. Let's go up here and set up our armory. Policies. Give me some industrial tools. That's all I need to do, right? Give me some gears and get me some power and then fuel. Although I should stop slotting power because we're just not producing power enough. And what can we build here? We got gunpowder or explosives. Nice to have some explosives on hand. We could use some fuel to build that. We could use some wealth to build it. I'm not going to use the coin though. That's fine. Armory in. Reflecting pool is in. to have a Paragon slot and get us masterpiece creation speed. That's a nice little reflecting pool. In the middle of the desert, too. I mean, it feels very United Arab Emirates of us, very UAE of us. There's a residence that's complete. Craft queue is empty. Oh, not another Origin studio. Here, build these. But don't boost them probably at all. Oh, you know what? We have extra dyes. Never mind. You could boost it a little bit. Just infinite craft that so I never have to visit you again. Population milestone in a Catapec, but not a growth one. Unfortunate. Oh, they need health. Let's get them antibiotics. There we go. That'll boost them. That'll give them a little boost. And at our improvements, they need happiness, which is weird, and wealth. Happiness we could probably get pretty easily, I think. No? All right, we'll just go into the mine then. Build stuff faster. You've unlocked the fascist state government. Well, let's check it out. What do we got? City cap would go down. Force strength would go up. And we get +2 research per turn in all cities, plus 15% production in all cities. Oh, 15% production is not bad. I mean, we don't need to produce anything right now. Look, I'm unconvinced that feudalism is not the best. We're gonna keep feudalist government. That's I don't know. Are we ever gonna switch? Arguably not. Ciudad Juarez has grown. They are just taking water, right? Yeah, that's it. Just go here. They need another amenity as well. They need a little bit of city health. They don't need like antibiotics levels of city health though. Toilets? Give them some toilets. That'll help them. +10 city build production for our experts in the armory. I'm down. Down for that. Give me extra build production there. Cool. No project in a bunch of cities. Uh-oh. Roro. Puebla. Who wants for almost nothing except city health. Oh, they don't have a clinic. Here, get a clinic. That will help you. That will actually help you. Leon. You are... Oh, you need security. Okay, we can fix that. And let's put in a citadel. That will give them something to do to boost their statistics. Ciudad Juarez is also ready. They were the ones that were building just like anything we didn't have, right? Aircraft factories we can get 3 of. Airport? Put an airport in. That sounds fun. That's literally... They're 1 turn for them to build that airport. 1 turn. Tijuana, I don't think has anything. Oh, wait. We might be able to improve some stuff, though. All right, so we just go down to gather knowledge on them. We'll give them another 5 turns of gather knowledge. At some point, we might be able to like upgrade things in their city. I'm not entirely sure. Masterpiece. Pure Elise. Lovely. Do we have any place to put that? We need more places to put our sets. Oh, we do. Perfect. Oh, we have 2 to put in. Oh no, never mind. We only had the 1, I guess. Where's the other one located? I don't know. Triumph complete! There it is. Volklingen Ironworks. In our city of many workings of iron. We're looking. All right. And that will do it for turn 300, and we will call it an episode there. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's episode. If you like the content, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you know when we release these videos. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you next week.